What should you be doing after school to get the most out of your school nights? This is what we're going to look at today. We're going to look at the most effective ways to get what you need to do done. Now, I've never been a person to say that organisers, planners, and planning weeks in advance, I don't think that's the way. Things change, things are not set in stone, and planners and organisers have never worked for me, and so I would never suggest to use them. However, they can be useful to some people, so if you like that, then go ahead and use them. But I'm not going to say to use them in this video, because I wouldn't use them. It's good to have some sort of structure, whether you plan the day before, just a week in advance, but I would never suggest to plan a whole month away what you're going to do here, what you're going to revise here, what you're going to do, because it just becomes too much. Now, I've got some options for you to do after school. Now, I've never personally used these options, but they seem like really good ideas, and so let's have a look. The first way you could do it is allocating hours to what you want to do. So at the start of the week on a Sunday, you might want to put down how many hours of each thing you want to do. So I want to do 5 hours of homework, I want to do 5 hours of revision this week, but I also want to spend at least 4 hours outside with my friends. And so what you can do is write them down in a list, put them on your wall at the start of the week, and then each night just come off and cross them off as you do them. This way you just do what you want as you want to. And now if you're the type of person to be motivated to go out and do the work, then this could work really well for you, because you keep track of what you've done, what you need to do, and it also allows you to add things onto the list as it changes through the week. If you need to do an extra hour of homework, you can add it on and then cross it off once it's been done. This option could actually be a day-by-day thing. What more, you got given some more homework at school, you add it onto the list to do it by the end of the week. It's really effective if you need some sort of structure, but don't want to be bogged down by having a strict revision timetable and homework. The other option I would suggest is quite similar in some ways, but you just put down what you want to do within the week. So if you want to revise a certain topic in biology, you write that down on the list. If you need to do homework for maths, you write it on the list. If you need to go out and go shopping within the week, you put it on the list. You can cross it off after you do the tasks or have done the social activity. And then this way it just doesn't mean that you're restricted by certain hours or that you have strict timelines to stick to. You can do it as long as you want, as long as it's done by the end of the week. This way you can also swap and change within the night. So you might start and do a bit of revision, find it a bit boring, so switch to some homework. Then as long as you go back to it by the end of the week and cross it off the list, you've done. But more often than not, people are always wondering what general things should you do after coming in after school. Now, I would always say that the most important bit is to have a break. Before you go and do any work, I would always suggest you have at least 20 minutes. Go and have some food. For some reason, every student after school is absolutely starving, and you have to go and get some food at the cupboard, you have to eat something. Whether that be healthy or biscuits or crisps, there's whatever in it. Be healthy other days. So just have that break, have something to eat, and watch a bit of telly, just cool off for a bit. So you might want to work for a bit then. The most effective time to do work for and to revise for is actually about 20 minutes. So you might want to do 20 minutes revision, 5-minute break, another 20-minute revision, and then the 5-minute break. Dinner or tea, depending on where you're from. You can use this as a sort of revision break. Have an hour off before you carry on doing any more work, and just chill out and watch a bit more telly for a bit. Have a break halfway through the evening to break it up a little bit for you, and you don't get too overwhelmed by the amount of work you got to do. Other general tips include don't be working too late, especially at GCSE level. There's no requirement for you to do so. You should be able to fit everything in before 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. You shouldn't be doing work, but on the same note, if you like doing that, then do it. Come in, have a break for a bit, don't start work until after dinner or tea, and then just do work after then. If you're most effective then who's to say you can't revise then? But it's just to make sure that you don't be doing too much. You don't want to be doing 5-6 hours a night, because you'll get burnt out. And so just watch out for burning yourself out and getting stressed out over things. And the final thing I would want to say is that don't be sacrificing any social life, any activities, club sports and things just for your work. You should be able to find that right balance between doing work, going out with friends, going to clubs, going to sporting activities and all that. You shouldn't have to sacrifice anything in order to catch up with work. That's if you do it effectively. It's been quite a short video, just some general tips, because I just think that you can't really suggest the one good routine for all, because it's just dependent on you. Whatever you see fit, how much work you want to do, it's entirely dependent on you and how you see you want to do your revision or homework tasks. It's quite hard for me to sit here and say you must plan it, you must prepare for things, because it's entirely dependent on you. If you don't want to plan things, if you don't want to have any sort of strict routine, that's entirely up to you. It's just about making sure you don't overwork yourself and that you have them breaks. Let me know in the comments section what you guys do when you get in from school, and make sure you like and subscribe.